Well, hello everybody. Let's see. I'm out again for another hopefully productive day of photography. I've gone to another location that I haven't been to in some time. It's been probably 2 or 3 years. And it's a pretty dense area. Probably just a few weeks ago, the leaves were completely barren. The trees were barren, rather. Now we're getting some foliage on the trees. And I decided to come out and see if I could find something relatively interesting. It's probably going to be a maybe an abstract day. There's quite a bit of chaos here, as normally is in a woodland area. And I'm struggling to try and find something, but I did see something here, and hopefully I can get a decent composition out of it. I'm going to get over here now. I'll point the camera in that direction and show you pretty much what I'm looking at. Okay. All right, if you look right here, you can see that there's a tree here. And if you look, it has some branches extending out to the left from that. Now, I tried to get in position to photograph this from the front, but as you can see, there's a tree right here that's actually in the way of the composition, and that's presenting a huge problem to get the composition that I originally wanted. So what I decided to do was simply photograph from this side and see exactly what I can come up with that particular shot. So I'm going to go ahead and take that shot now and see what I can come up with. Well, as circumstances would have it, I decided to move around to the other side of the tree, and actually facing the tree head on. I actually like this composition a lot better. Everything is much more balanced. I thought that view from the side might work, but I like this a lot better. If you look, you can see that there's a lot more balance here. You have branches extending to the left and to the right. And I think I can probably do quite a bit with this, probably more so than the other. All right, well, I've already taken the shot, and here is the finished result. Okay, now I've also brought my Tokina 100mm 2.8 macro lens with me. Something I like to do is to have a little bit of variety. So if sometimes I may not see something that's somewhat at a distance, but I may see something in a more intimate, more isolated area. And I'm going to be looking for things like that, such as textures on the trees. We have a lot of interesting textures on the bark in this particular area, I'm noticing. So I'm hoping maybe I can find something there. All right. See, after a generous amount of scouting around, I think I found my next composition. What I've done is, as I mentioned earlier, I brought along a 100mm macro lens with me. And that's what I'm going to use on this next shot. Okay, if you look here you can see there's a tree right behind me. And what caught my eye was there's a little depression right here in the center. And it looks like you have probably about 4 pieces around it that are creating a border. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm focusing essentially for the center, the little circle right in the middle. And I'm going to take a shot there and see how it comes out. Now, of course, being that I'm shooting with a macro lens, I'm going to take a couple more shots, so I get better depth of field from those areas that are on the outside, because they're sitting higher than my actual, sitting further back from my actual focusing point. And it's a bit of a depression. So I'm going to take that shot and take the first shot and see what I come up with. All right, I'm all focused. All right, my my exposure is 1/4 of a second, f-stop 16, ISO 64. All right, that initial shot looks good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take probably 2 more shots. Now I'm just going to vary my exposure from my actual focusing point in the center back to the outer edges. All right, here's the second shot. All right. And now I'm going to take 1 more shot. All right, and here's shot number 3. All right. Now those 3 shots should give me good focusing from the outer edges of the image back to the center, where the actual main focus of the subject is. All right. Now that's 2 shots in the bag. I'm going to try and find 1 more composition. I've looked at a couple of things. I'm not exactly sure if they're going to work or not, but I will give it a go and see what I can come up with. All right, I'll be back in a few. All right, I found what's going to be my last composition for the day. All right, right to the right of the camera. If you look here, there are there's some branches. I'm sorry, some leaves extending from here on downward, and I'm still using the 100mm macro lens to get a good, nice, tight shot. And if you look, there are about probably about 4 leaves that are actually in the frame itself. Now, from time to time, I do like photographing little things that catch my eye, like leaves on trees, and I thought this presented a reasonably good contrast. The green leaves against the rough bark on the tree itself. With some post-processing, increasing the saturation, a little dodging and burning here and there, I think a decent photograph might be had. All right, I have everything framed up, and I have my focusing for this leaf right on the top. And that's going to be the center, or the main focus for the first image. I'm going to focus blend all of these images together later on. Here's the first shot. All right. And I'm stopped down to f-stop 16 to maximize the depth of field. Now, I'm not ultra close on these, so I should have pretty good depth of field with this. All right, now I'm focusing for the leaf right down below it. The leaves are wavering just a little bit. I'm going to wait for them to settle down. All right. And now I'm going to focus down for 1 leaf just below that. All right. All right. Now, once I get these back and start doing the editing, I'll put these in Photoshop and focus blend all of those images together. And I think I should have a pretty decent image. Color saturation is really my thing. If you've looked at any of my images online, and I plan on bringing out the pretty color in these leaves using hue saturation, and also working on the bark on the tree somewhat. So I'm hoping for the best, and I'm thinking everything should turn out okay. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. It was good to get out as always. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to comment, like, and if you'd like to, please subscribe. All right? Until next time.